I have something to show you. But before I do, like and subscribe. Okay, now, right here. How bad are you in art? How bad are you in art? I was going to say arc. How bad are you in art? Okay, now, I'm taking classes in art, and honestly, this, if you can see this is my art. Hold on. This is not the right way for camera. This is, there we go. This is better. This is the best art style I have. And this is supposed to be a cup, I'm pretty sure, or a whole bunch of water bottles and a whole bunch of cubes. And I couldn't even draw this, okay? I suck at art. And if you guys do, please subscribe. And if you guys don't, still subscribe and teach me one or things or two about art. You know, I'm 20 years old and I go to college, you know, to study editing. But for some reason, I am learning art. That's one thing to do. You know, that's one thing to do. I'm learning art. And I suck at art, okay? I literally just took it and I suck. Like I remember the first time I took an art class, right? I was so little. I used to be so good because I used to draw dinosaurs all the time, right? Now, I can't even draw a single thing. I still know how to draw dinosaurs. Just don't know how to draw, like, what, shapes and stuff like that. I don't know. It's very fun to me. But it's just want to ramble about art. Another thing is, you know, I think you do get good in time, but that's just not the case for me for some reason. I remember one time we were supposed to draw a polar bear, right? Now, it's super easy drawing, you know, it's just a few, you know, shapes and stuff. Well, not polar bear, panda, right? Just a few shapes and stuff like that, and boom, you got it. A few circles and stuff like that. Mine looked like an oval. It looked like a football. I don't know what it looked like, actually. Oh, I should have had a picture. It pretty much looked like a disabled polar bear, but instead of saying it's called disabled, we're going to call it a non-polar bear. It looks like an alien from outer species, okay? It looks like a polar bear, but if you send it to the moon or something for, you know, 1,000,000 years, that's what it would probably evolve into, you know? And with just a giant oval face. You know what I'm saying? Like, jeez, I'm stuttering in this video. Arthur the Aardvark. Jeez, dude, I cannot say this. But anyways, art is such a weird thing for me. And honestly, I just cannot stand, you know, drawing in one, you know what I'm saying, drawing, because I'm terrible at it. Like, yeah, I'm good at it when I'm doing it, like, online or something like that. But, like, when it comes with hands and stuff like this, I'm just so bad to the point where it's like, you just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, I'm just yapping about art for a sec, but let me know what you guys think. I do respect a lot of artists, though. I do know a lot of really cool artists out there that, like, you know, do actually some living with art and stuff like that. And I respect them because, holy shit, dude, their drawings is so perfect. Like, half of the time when I say, hey, can you draw me? They're like, sure. And then they draw me, and then there's no flaws whatsoever. Hey, can you draw this bird I made? And then just make it look better. And then they end up, instead of making it look better, they make it look like Charizard, right? Like, I actually admire some of the game's art sometimes. Like, literally, like even Minecraft, right? Like, I can't even draw a pig from Minecraft. Like, for God's sake, like, even if I have a ruler, just not my capability. It's just not something that I'm good at. But yeah, you know, like, I do have a lot of respect for art. I do think, you know, AI, like, I want to bring this up too. I think AI also, like, is ruining art in such a way. And I do think, you know, we should probably calm down with AI art, because human art, in my opinion, is a lot better. It is, like, because people are working on it 24/7, and people are, like, actually putting their heart and soul. But also, when you look at an AI and you look like something that is not AI, sometimes you can tell, even though you can't, because, you know, sometimes it just feels soulless, right? You could, like, have two same, you know, art style. One is AI, one is not. And for some reason, the human can still pick out the you know, AI that is, you know, art that we make from AI. Jesus Christ. I literally lost track here for a second, but you get what I'm saying? You literally have, you know, artificial intelligence with whatever. Boom. You know, you make art, and it's soulless, and people can tell, right? And it's, I don't know, it's bad. But, like, I do think that, you know, art is a very valuable skill to learn, especially, I think this is why I also, like, learned it. Even though, like, if you're a math teacher or something, it would at least help to draw something, okay? Like, I remember my math teachers could not draw a single, like, figure, and I was forced to, like, ask, like, every 5 seconds, hey, Miss I don't know, Miss Teacher. What original name, by the way, Miss Teacher? Why the hell this looks like a stick? What is that supposed to be? Oh yeah, Johnny, it's a piggy. Sorry, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I do think that maybe art is a little bit important, even for like day life. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like drawing random like triangles, you could at least make it look detailed so people know what you're talking about. I do think that art can like be helpful with these types of stuff. I do think it is necessary to take it even just with daily life, but I do also respect, you know, artists out there. I do respect those people who literally draw, and there's different types of art. There's Minecraft, there's literally like video game art, there's art from animations, there's even art from sculptures, which is absolutely amazing. I got a Minato one that I absolutely respect, and there's a lot of different art, and I do think that, you know, not all of them, you know, is a day-to-day life choice. You know, I'm saying, like, life decision. I'm trying to make you stand still. Jesus, please, on camera. Like, come on, stand still. Yes, let's go. I got him standing still. Yes. But yeah, I do think that some art is actually valuable to learn because, you know, it would help to make things look easier. It would help make things, you know what I'm saying? And even like quick sketches would be fine. But I don't think like, you know, detail art should be like recommended for like people who's just trying to learn something that's pretty easy. I'm doing that. I'm doing detailed art. I suck at it. You know what I'm saying? I can't draw a stick figure. I just want to talk about my class, about me taking art class. And let me know what you guys think about art, right? Again, I'm just a random asshole on the internet, and I'm 20 years old just yapping about shit, literally, right? Who knows? Like in the future, I could just be like, you know, instead of using the stuff that I learned, you know, I could just be family friendly and just turn the next phase rugs or something. I don't even know. I don't even think I deserve to be the next phase rugs. He's literally his own legend. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about art. Jesus Christ, I cannot say anything. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.